All right, today we're going on a tour of the most complex, most fascinating structure in the entire known universe. But forget those dry biology textbooks. We're going to explore it for what it really is, a living, breathing, hyper-efficient metropolis. We're talking about the city inside your head, your brain.
Seriously, just think about that for a second. If someone handed you the job to build something with trillions of connections that can create consciousness itself, where do you even start? What's step one?
Well, you wouldn't just start throwing down bricks and wires all at once, right? No way. You'd start with a plan, a simple blueprint that lays out the basic design, and then lets all that amazing complexity grow from a few core rules. And believe it or not, that's exactly how your brain does it. So, our first stop on the tour is the construction site. We're going to see how this incredible city goes from just a simple plan on paper to a massive, sprawling metropolis all in just a few months. It all kicks off with something called the neural tube. Think of it as laying down the main roads and sewer lines for our city. Then, that tube starts to bulge out, forming these vesicles that map out the major districts. And then, the construction boom hits. The brain grows so fast that it has to fold in on itself, creating all those wrinkles to pack in more and more processing power. These are the skyscrapers and high-rises of the mind. Now, any city, no matter how well designed, is useless without its essential services. It needs protection, it needs a power grid, and it needs a waste management system to keep things running 24/7. Your brain is absolutely no different. So let's check out the critical infrastructure that keeps this city alive. First things first, security. The brain has these 3 layers of protection called the meninges. The outermost one, the dura mater, is super tough. It's like the main city wall. Then you have the arachnoid mater, which is this web-like layer with fluid in it. It's the shock-absorbing moat. And finally, hugging the brain itself is the pia mater, a delicate inner security fence, making sure everything stays locked down.
And like any great city, it needs 2 things to really thrive: clean water coming in and a reliable power grid. For the brain, the water and sanitation system is the cerebrospinal fluid, or CSF. It's constantly flowing, delivering nutrients and flushing away toxins. And the power grid? That's the huge network of blood vessels, delivering a non-stop, massive flow of oxygen and energy.
And when I say massive, I mean it. Get this, your brain is only about 2% of your body's weight, but it hogs 20% of all the oxygen and calories you take in. It is an incredibly power-hungry city. So, when your city is that important and uses that much power, its security has to be next level. That's where the blood-brain barrier comes in. And it's not just a wall, it's more like the universe's most exclusive security checkpoint. It's like a bouncer that inspects every single molecule, making sure only the good stuff gets in and keeping all the threats out. Okay, the infrastructure is solid, the city is safe and powered up. Now, it's time for the really fun part, the actual tour of the districts. Each neighborhood in this city has its own unique vibe, its own special job, from keeping you alive to creating your wildest ideas. All right, let's take a walk through the main districts. We'll start down in the oldest part of the city, the brainstem. This is central operations. This district never, ever closes. It's working 24/7, handling all the stuff you never think about, like your heartbeat and breathing. Next, we head over to the cerebellum, the city's motion control center. This place is all about grace and precision, coordinating every move you make so it's smooth and effortless. Then, deep in the city's core, we find the diencephalon. Think of this as Grand Central Station. All the sensory information flooding into the city comes here to get sorted and sent to the right department. And finally, looming over everything is the magnificent cerebral cortex. This is the city's skyline. It's the corporate headquarters where decisions are made, the vast library where memories are stored, and the creative studios where your personality and ideas come to life. So, you've got all these amazing districts, but a city is nothing if they can't communicate. How does news from the outskirts reach the corporate headquarters, and how do the bosses send their commands back out to the workers? It all happens on the brain's incredible information superhighway.
It's a constant, high-speed, two-way street. Your senses are always uploading data to the brain, up these ascending tracts. The headquarters processes it, and then instantly it downloads commands, like pull your hand away from that hot stove, right back down the descending tracts.
It is a non-stop river of information.
And powering this superhighway are 12 pairs of very special express lanes. These are the cranial nerves. Think of them like dedicated, high-speed fiber optic lines that connect your most critical systems, your eyes, your ears, your face, directly to HQ, bypassing all the local traffic for maximum speed.
But, no city is perfect. Things go wrong. You get potholes, traffic jams, even massive power outages that can cause real disruption. In the world of neuroanatomy, we call these problems lesions.
So a lesion is just any area of damage or malfunction in the nervous system. In our city analogy, a lesion could be a tiny little pothole on a side street, or it could be a whole collapsed bridge that cuts off a major district. And where that problem happens, that determines everything about how the city is affected.
So let's look at a really specific problem, a small pothole. Horner syndrome can give you a drooping eyelid and a small pupil on just one side of your face. It's the perfect example of how a single, very specific problem, like one cut power line to one neighborhood, can have these clear, noticeable effects downstream.
Okay, but what about a much, much bigger problem? Not just one cut wire, but a massive, uncontrolled power surge that rips through the entire grid at once. What would that even look like in our city?
The answer is epilepsy. It is literally a full-blown electrical storm inside the brain. It's when huge networks of neurons all fire at once in this uncontrolled, synchronized surge. This massive electrical event can disrupt pretty much all normal city operations, leading to seizures that can affect everything from consciousness to movement. It's a powerful and scary picture of a system-wide failure.
So as we wrap up our tour, it really leaves you with this incredible thought. This city in your head, it built itself from a simple plan. It powers itself, it defends itself, and it creates your every single thought, feeling, and memory. It is the most amazing metropolis in the universe, and it's the only one you'll ever have. You are its mayor for life. So the question is, what are you going to do with it?